Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Hogan here on behalf of Jasper Grief. And I wanted to talk to you today about how to support um, the pet that remains at home when their best friend has gone. So how to support a pet who is grieving also, because when you live with multiple animals, some of them are better friends with others than you know oh, that was awkward. When you live with multiple animals, they potentially love each other too. I've certainly known families where they didn't get along, but for the times that they do get along, understand that they are grieving also. So how can you support them? First, you need to look at it in the context as if they were a young child or a small child. They are certainly an emotional being that is capable of love and grief, but they lack the cognitive development or the emotional development to be able to understand loss. Now, if they saw their friend deceased, either because they were present for the euthanasia or because they passed away at home, they do understand that. They definitely recognize the difference between a live, vibrant being or even a live, sick being and a deceased body. However, if it was a circumstance where they weren't present, where they didn't get to say goodbye, where they weren't able to sniff their friend and recognize that what they loved the most is no longer there, then that's where you have the challenge, because they don't have the emotional or the cognitive capacity for you to be able to sit down and talk to them and say, I'm sorry, he's gone and he's just not coming back. So what you need to do instead then is, first of all, be patient with them. Recognize that they are grieving too, and they certainly don't have the verbal skills to be able to articulate everything that they are feeling and not understanding. They are likely pacing the house, whining, desperately looking for their friend, and not understanding where they have gone, and thinking, are they, the dogs are social animals. Cats can be social. Cats in nature are well documented to be either solitary, like tigers. Tigers don't have prides, or lions. Lions do have prides. So they may be solitary or they may be very connected to their friend. So they will look for them because they love them too. So be patient. I know that behavior might be frustrating because you're grieving too, but understand they have limited ways to process. So be patient with them. Try to give them extra support, extra attention, cuddling with them. You can try giving them things that are distractions if that is something they have historically liked. If they're already toy driven, you can certainly give them a special toy that they might enjoy playing with, and play with them with that toy. Don't just drop it in the living room and walk away and think they're going to be like, oh, wow, here's a present. You need to engage with them and make it a positive experience. So it can be one of those interactive toys that has either treats in it, that has the capability to have a food reward. If they aren't particularly toy driven, you can try doing some limited food things. I say limited because you don't want to overdo it and give them digestive upset or diarrhea, because that makes everything worse for everybody. So what's most important is that you're patient with them. that you recognize that they are grieving too, and you do your best to meet them where they are and what their needs may be based upon your lifetime together. If they've never been toy driven, don't think a toy is going to make a big difference now. It's not. If they've always been food driven, try to give them a little extra something. And again, recognize it's not about portion control or about portions. I mean, like if I offer my dog some steak that I'm eating, they don't get 4-ounce cut or even a 1-ounce cut. They get a bite, and that bite is cut into multiple little bites. So it's about the connection. I love you. You've been so good today. I'm having steak. Do you want some steak? Here's a sample. Oh, wasn't that good? You're such a good dog. I love you so much. Here's another sample. Okay, now I finished my dinner. Are you ready for some more? Here's another sample. Okay, we just did the dishes. Thank you for sitting in the kitchen and helping me while we cleaned up. Here's another sample. So their total portion was basically one bite, but their interaction and their exchange is what they mostly live for. And having that delicious little sample just is the benefit, the best part, the icing, whatever you want to call it. So I hope this helps. Take good care of yourself. Thank you. Bye-bye.